Qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
All right, man. That was an early fight of the year candidate, even though everybody gonna forget about it. Beterbiev ended up thugging one out against Anthony Yarde. It was a war. Anthony Yarde, I think, showed that he could be world champion, and his coach made the right decision. Beterbiev won in the 8th round stoppage. Anthony Yarde around the 7th, he got his second win. And the difference was me and Lion Killer, he should be live right now. So go to Lion Killer podcast. You can leave here and go there. But the difference was that in this fight, the reason why he didn't win this fight, it wasn't because he couldn't take the punishment, and it wasn't because per se, I think maybe he a little bit too heavy. That might be the case. He might be a little bit too heavy, little bit too muscular. But the only reason that he really didn't win this fight was a couple reasons. Maybe a tad bit too muscular. That might have been one reason why, but his balance, bro, he was falling off balance. When he fell off balance, it allowed Artur Beterbiev to reset. He just never had really good balance. His footwork never allowed, he never was able to settle into a center of gravity, and that's fundamental. That's fundamental. And that's what you call that, fundamental. He just didn't have the fundamentals to do that. He didn't have the fundamentals to do something as simple as that. But then you carry on and you say, well, why else didn't he wasn't able to get the job done? It was the balance. It was in a lack of IQ again. He went to the body in this fight more than I thought he really did versus Kovalev, and that's why he lost to Kovalev, because you can empty the tank, but empty it to the body. And he did more body work here. But in that 7th round, when he got his second win and when he had his moments, he went to the body here and there. But in the 7th round, when he had his opportunity to kill the body, he didn't capitalize on it, and that would have slowed the 38-year-old Artur Beterbiev down. That would have slowed him down. That would have slowed him down, bro. So he didn't. He didn't. He had the uppercut going, but a lot of those things that he was doing when the tide was turning, he was turning them with the jab, the movement, and all that type of stuff. A lot of that stuff should have been going to the body. And what changed the fight wasn't that he was jittery, he was moving a lot. What changed the fight overall was Beterbiev started jabbing. When Beterbiev used his jab, Anthony Yarde couldn't do nothing about it. It's as simple as that. When Beterbiev utilized his jab, Anthony Yarde could do nothing. When Anthony Yarde utilized his jab, Beterbiev, it stopped his work rate. It made it a little bit difficult, but he didn't use his jab enough. When Beterbiev started using his jab up and down, working it up and down, when he started working his jab up and down, that was it. That was it. And his jab turned the tide of this fight. And it was a couple times in this fight where we were saying on the phone, me and Lion Killer, he hurt. But a couple times when it looked like he was hurt, he turned the tide. He turned the tide by faking like he was hurt, baiting Yarde in. He baited Yarde in. He baited Yarde in a couple times. He baited him in. And Yarde would jump in there, and he would get, he would overcommit. He would jump in and he would take the bait, and then Beterbiev would spin him and start beating the shit out of him in the corner. He like, I'm not hurt anymore. So that was a crazy thing about it. Like Artur Beterbiev, some of the times it looked like he appeared to be hurt, he was just baiting Anthony Yarde to give him an opening, and that's old school. And then a couple things else I noticed that I don't know if nobody else noticed. But one thing a lot of people probably didn't notice was Artur Beterbiev got away with a lot of headbutts. Artur Beterbiev got away with a lot of elbows. He was elbowing Anthony Yarde. He was punching them, then elbowing them, head butting them. So on top of the punishment that Anthony Yarde was taking, on top of the punishment he was taking, he was getting hit with headbutts and elbows. Beterbiev was in there getting dirty, bro. And that's something that y'all might not have really noticed. But if you go back and watch this fight, just watch his elbows and his head. He was leading with his head. He was literally leading with his head butting them, elbowing them. So Anthony Yarde was taking double and triple the punishment. So he got a chin. He got a chin for sure. Because he was taking headbutts and he was taking headbutts in the whole nine. He was taking the whole nine, headbutts, elbows. But whatever, what Beterbiev did, bro. What Beterbiev did, what Beterbiev did was when he got his jab working, he broke Anthony Yarde down by continuing to work up and down. He broke the reason why he was able to still have gas after Yarde got past his second win is because Beterbiev went to the body. That's the difference. Beterbiev went to the body. He had a consistent attack. When you notice when he got it, but when he was able to open up on on Anthony Yarde, he worked up and down consistently. He worked up and down consistently. Beterbiev didn't leave no food on his plate. That was the difference. He didn't leave no food on his plate. That's the difference. And when you start talking about Anthony Yarde, yeah, it was like, he come with the conviction with the hooks upstairs and the punches upstairs, and then he'd throw a nice little body shot. But it should have been hard body shots, quick shots upstairs, and you would have deflated the tires in the older, Beterbiev. That's what he would have done. He would have deflated the tires in the in the older, Beterbiev. And at the end of the day, that was the difference, bro. Beterbiev had more experience, more polish. Is why amateur, pedigree matters. That's why amateur pedigree really matters. He touched his body, he touched his body, and he never, he never let it drop. It was a clinic to him. It was a clinic. It's like doing a drill where, let's say you in basketball, you used to lay up, then you run to the elbow, you shoot it, and you run to the other elbow, you shoot it, and then they bounce past it to you, and you do a hard dunk, and that's the drill. It's a drill for Artur Beterbiev. Okay, I'm gonna work upstairs. Don't forget. I'm gonna come back upstairs and I'm gonna keep working down. It's the body work that did it for him. It's the body work. That's what it is. It's the body work. That was the big difference. That was the big difference. That's the big difference. The body work. And when you talk about body work, you gotta talk about experience, bro. That's the difference, bro. He had experience. He had the experience. And that's just what you don't have a great amateur background or extensive amateur background like Yarde. That's what you be missing. And Beterbiev is like a fundamental drill. He was never gonna forget to bang that body, and that's what he did. He continued to beat the drum, no matter what he did. Like I said in the drill, is you start off with a layup, elbow shot, elbow jump shot, then you finish with a ferocious dunk. It's repetitious. It's muscle memory. It's muscle memory for him. It's muscle memory. And he always gonna finish. He always gonna finish you off, or he ain't gonna never forget just to touch that drum, 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 touch that drum. That's what he gonna do. He ain't gonna never forget to touch that, to keep touching that drum. He not. And then it ended. You can talk about the ending. Was it premature? No, I wasn't premature. You know, he hit him with 2 overhand rights, and that's what he was trying to open up with the stab jab to the body. And Yarde did a great job of moving away, getting his hit off the line, picking it, taking shots. And at the end of the day, he wasn't going to recover. He looked to his corner. He did everything he was supposed to do to stay alive, to get off the canvas. And then Beterbiev come back with an uppercut, miss, and another right hand. He couldn't defend himself. He was about 10 seconds from being a vegetable. So Tunja Ajayi stopping the fight was the right thing to do. Yarde got a lot of raw talent that needs to kind of be refined by somebody old school. His footwork kind of failed him today. Once again, like in the Kovalev fight, not finishing up, not finishing up to the body, not going to the body. It just was difference was the experience, speed, his reflexes. I mean, he got tired. His hands started up. Conditioning, experience, it was the two things that failed him today. But Beterbiev, that's what he is. When you hurt him, when you hit him, and wake him up. So it was fight of the year right now. Great fight. This is what you paid $80 for. This is what you want to see. This is used to be a constant in boxing. So shout out to both of them. Check out the Fight Reaction playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially want to support us. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal's in the link. Find it in the description. Also hit the link tree. It's the first link in the description. Amazon Music, Google Podcast, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.